Sana karibu sana. I hope that you have had a fantastic day, or a fantastic night, or a fantastic afternoon as well. My name is Tamara Patience, and as usual, I am joined by the man himself, mwenye kuelewa governance, siasa, and all that, mwenye kutusaidia kuchambua, nimwite mchambuzi, Emmanuel Bosire, of course. Karibu sana kwenye studio every single day. We appreciate you. And to our viewers out there, if you are viewing this for the first time, of course, karibu sana, feel at home. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And also, if you are a returning viewer, karibu tena sana, karibu tena sana. Be sure to subscribe to our channels. That is at Kenya News Alerts TV, pale YouTube, as well as our brothers, Channel 7 News TV, East Africa. Yes, pale Facebook as well as pale YouTube. So karibu sana. You know what we do when it's a time like this, or where you see me and Emmanuel, of course. Onyo tuachambua what is happening. Who did what to who, where in the political scene, and how much money was spent. Now, what is happening today? Now, the Orange Democratic Movement Party, the National Executive Committee has today expelled 5 of its members who did what the party terms as gross misconduct, as well as defying party positions. Now, among the people who were expelled from the party, we have Elisha Odhiambo. We have Gideon Ochanda from Bondo. We have Felix Odiworo, who also goes by the name Jalango, the MP for Langata. We also have Carol Omondi, as well as the Kisumu senator, that is Tom Ojenda. Now, we also have a few who, now those are the ones who are expelled. So we also have some who are fined. We have the likes of Rongo MP, that is Paul Abur, as well as Mark Nyamita, who are fined 1 million shillings each, which they are supposed to pay within the next 60 days. Now, the 2 leaders, that is Mr. Abur as well as Nyamita, were actually accused of trying to side with the opposition side. So the 2 leaders actually say that it was unfortunate that the Migori County governor, that is Ochilo Ayako, failed to deliver his 100 days campaign pledges, and instead visiting their constituencies to actually play party politics. So in defense, we have Nyamita, who said that, I quote, "We are all elected to give service to people. The governor is welcomed in Uriri, but next time he should come to launch a pit latrine from the devolved unit instead of parallel party offices." Now, Abor on the other side said that Ayako and selected party officials opened what he termed as personal secretariats for the governors, because both chairman, secretary, and treasurers in the constituencies were not there. So alisema, we are still in the ODM party to stay, yani wako hapo kukaa. And when they wrote to use overworking with the government, they stated that they have not left the Orange Democratic Party. So these 2, that is Abor and Nyamita, were actually accused of working with the government, but walikuja wakajitetea watasema they're still in the ODM and they were not working with the government. So according to the explanation that they gave to the committee saw it fit to fine them 1 million shillings each. Now, we also have Esther Passaris, who defied the party's position on the Finance Bill 2023. Of course, tunajua kumekuwa na vurugu about that for some time. And it was passed by MPs. Of course, people vote for it. So apparently, Passaris voted for it, and she was vocal about it. So akafainiwa 250,000 Kenyan shillings. Now, Mr. Emmanuel, what's your take on ODM's move? Wasemaji?
Here, we are going to have by-elections in those seats whereby the members have been, up to now, they're not still expelled. What now started today is to start a program on how to see them out of the register for ODM. So until then, we are yet to see what's going to happen. until then, the party has got its own constitution. First, we have the party disciplinary committee. Every party, of course, has it, not only ODM. We have UDA, and all political parties have got discipline. And as a political party, you must have discipline. It's well stated in the constitution how political parties should guide themselves. And during a general election or any by-election, political parties nominate names of those whom they will want to represent that political party in that seat. Now, in the previous elections, ODM as a party and all our parties, together with individuals who went as independent candidates, to vie for different political seats. Some won and some lost. So those who win continue spearheading the agenda of the political party. Now, ODM lost. And when it lost to UDA, UDA had many members. On the way, Mheshimiwa William Ruto started poaching of members who are from ODM side. It's very wrong when you have a political lead, a party leader, coming to poach members from another political party. One, they were voted in as members of a particular seat. To be specific, on Jalango, Frederick was chosen to be the area MP for Langata through ODM ticket. And now an instance comes where he's bringing now a different picture of ODM in Langata. This has been Baba's background and bedroom for many years. And then one of the main things that could have made Jalango to win that electoral seat is through ODM ticket. Maybe if he had come using UDA or even as an independent candidate, chances are he could have lost. But now using ODM as a party, having gotten a ticket and now winning that seat. Now, instead of supporting the same ODM, now you dump ODM on the spot to win elections and join your competitors against the party constitution. Now, that one puts you on a hot soup. One, you're going to lose your seat if the party decides so. Or two, you have an option to resign and let's have an by-election in that area so that you can be voted in using a different political party. Now, the 5 members who the commencement of the registering them from ODM has begun, all happen to come from Luo Nyanza. If you begin, they come from Luo Nyanza. So it does not mean other people from other parts have not misbehaved on political party of ODM. There are others who have misbehaved. But now ODM has just by starting from those who come from Baba's region. That's Nyanza, specifically Luo Nyanza. Now here, Baba has seen it all through, that he and ODM at large will lose nothing at all if the 5 are expelled from the political party. You saw Esther Passaris has only been fined.
No.
She's fined 250,000.
Yes, 250,000 Kenyan shillings.
To others, it has been very, very categorical that they must leave the party.
No.
So the party and through the leadership of the party have seen it well. The only punishment they will give the 5 is first losing the membership of ODM. You know, ODM is the most popular party. Actually, it's the popular party in Kenya. And again, the long-serving political party in Kenya. Since when it began. UDA started only last year, 2022. No. That's when UDA began. ODM started before even 2008, around 4 to 5. So up to now, ODM is the longest-serving political party. Now, the 5 coming from Luo Nyanza will find it difficult if we go to by-election to retain their seats. Baba and ODM as at large will make sure, by all means, they will never retain that seat, even if they join UDA as they term it. The Kisumu senator says that he will still work with ODM, with the UDA, with the president. Now, suppose today we have a by-election in Kisumu senator seat, and the senator is going to vie against ODM candidate. By all means, even if the competitor has no skills in leadership and governance, even if not known, is not popular, does not have wealth, he must win. Because this is Baba's background. This is his bedroom. Now, to the case of Jalango in Langata. Langata is here, where Baba has been taking this area to be his political bedroom. It is not, the former MP was Nixon Koril.
Yeah, Nixon Korea.
Who lost narrowly to Jalango. Very, very narrow to Jalango. Now, this shows that elections in Langata is a big competition.
No.
Here, there are two political parties. We have ODM and we have UDA. Now, when there are two parties want to dominate an area, it's obvious that the one with the weakest strategies will lose. So the margin between Jalango and the Nixon was that here we have many people from Nyanza. And here again, we have people supporting the agenda of UDA. That's the wheelbarrow. Now, when we're going to have this election again, I'm not saying that we're going to have an election, but chances are we're going to have a by-election in Langata, whereby Jalango might not get a ticket from UDA.
So what to? Okay, yeah, continue.
Chances are, we had Koril from UDA. We have Jalango from ODM.
No.
What if Nixon shows interest again in that by-election? And Jalango wants that election. But now both are in government. What will happen? One will be sacrificed.
No.
One must be sacrificed. And definitely will be Koril or anyone else who will want to buy from UDA to give room for Jalas. And the truth be told, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Mheshimiwa William Ruto, is a master planner in politics. Here, he will not be campaigning all parts of the country. Here, he will only be campaigning in one part. That's the only Langata. He also will give it its all to support UDA candidates.
Lakini sasa, so that means that even as Kenyans are voting, they actually vote for the party and not for the leader himself. Because so far, we've seen that the changes that Jalango has been making in Langata, and even the people are proud. The people have been applauding Jalango because of what he's been doing in Langata, And I'm just thinking, so if if I'm not wrong, we can assume that, or we can allege that Jalango actually got it. Jesus Christ, English, come back. Got that seat because he belongs to ODM.
Yeah.
So if anyone else, for example, like we saw the likes of Frederick Okango saying he's gonna mumweke tu hapo atakuja ku contest for Jalango's seat and be a replacement.
Those are daydreams. Daydreaming. IEBC.
Why would you say that?
Has not declared Langata seat to be vacant. First. Second, ODM as a party has not fully expelled Jalango. Their names are still in ODM register. So they have not been expelled out from that register. So when you wake up today and start saying that I want to be elected in this political party, in these areas, an MP, where we have a sitting MP. By all means, the sitting MP for Langata, as we speak, is Frederick Odiwa.
Yeah.
So the likes of Okanga, what they are trying to see or trying to say, I can say that a better word to use there is maybe they want to see the reaction of people. Can they really get support? Can they be backed up? Yeah? It's like just to try. One, did he contest in the previous, and that's it. So when you come out openly starting saying that we went to have me being an area MP until we go to election again 2027 is going to be very wrong. And again, if it chances that ODM now fully expels Jalango and they're going to lose their seats, IEBC is going to declare that seat vacant, and within a period of 3 months, we're going to have an election at the cost of taxpayers' money again to re-elect someone who is an area where we had an MP in the last previous election. Now, before you move on to the next point, you said about them doing development. It's true that perhaps he's trying to bring development. But again, not only him or Frederick and others who have been expelled from ODM, who are very close to the president. We have other political members from ODM who've been seen together with the president, who've attended president's meetings. Like the case of maybe KISII County Governor, Paul Simbarati, the Senator Onyonka, and other parts of the country. We've seen ODM leaders attend the president's functions, and they were not expelled. They've not been called to the political committee. So meaning these five have really overdone it to a point whereby they show it publicly that they are members of UDA, of the opponents. Had they stick, or how do we say that? Had they been on the side of ODM in bringing the agendas of ODM, in as much you go to the president as an elected leader from a particular area. First, remember who voted you. That person, or let's say if you're an MP, the residents of Langata in this case need development, not ODM as a party.
Exactly.
So the residents want to see bursaries being given out. They want to see roads being constructed. They want to see everything under your docket as a MP, you performing at the expense of the political party. So in as much you're going for that development, you're getting that development as an area MP, not as a member of a political party. Now again, here we have loyalty to the political party. When you're going into a development agenda, discuss development.
No.
Don't discuss politics. If you're sticking to devolution, stick to devolution. Now, this has been, to the case of Jalango, he's been up saying that he's only going for development, and Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga was saying there's no development in State House. True, there's no development in State House. Development is in Parliament. It is in Parliament where we have the development. State House belongs to those in executive. The likes of the cabinet secretaries. That's where they get other extended favors from the office of the president. Now, the case of ODM, and now, it's at the moment ODM. They've seen other political parties being bought and leaving Azimio as a coalition. In 2017, we never had ODM. We had ODM as a coalition, bringing it together to form Azimio. So they were under one umbrella of Azimio. But the case of UDA was different. We had Kenya Kwanza as a coalition. But you must first join UDA. So it is UDA in making. Are we?
Yeah, we are together. We're in the same boat.
So it was UDA. You are creating the symbol of UDA, not the symbol of Kenya. Opposite to Azimio, it was a coalition. So others have left the coalition and they have joined Azimio, Kenya Kwanza. So at this point, ODM does not expel them as members of Azimio coalition. They are now expelling them as members of ODM party.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
If Kalonzo Musyoka's party, Wiper, will want also to expel those who misbehave, it could do so at the expense of Wiper party. If Chama Mashinani, this party will want to dispel anyone, you do it at the expense of a political party, not as a coalition.
Okay. Anyway, of course, a couple of questions are being raised here as to if we are going for re-elections again, who is going to hold the elections, because we know what is happening in IBC right now. First, we don't have a chairman in IBC, and hatujui mbele ni ipi, but as you've said, we have to wait for official communication and see if the seats are declared vacant. Now, once they're officially removed from the party list, then we see what happens. But
we know what will happen. Now, what will happen if the president, William Ruto, by anything, ceases to be a president of our country? The country must move on.
No.
If you are expelled from ODM, and ODM no longer recognizes you as an area MP, what happens is you cease to be a member of parliament of Langata. But you as an individual, what will cease is you not be an MP until again a re-election comes. But Langata as a region, as a constituency, must move on.
Definitely, yes.
Must move on.
Yeah.
So what will happen a period of 3 months? You know, it's only within a period of 3 months. And again, now circumstances will happen that we don't have a functioning IEBC.
No.
So until then, IEBC will be formed again. Now this will force the parliament again to act on the IEBC construction and the chairman and the leadership of IEBC, and then to hold the elections.
And okay, this move coming right now. Remember we said that whatever according to the 5 things that zilitokana na the National Dialogue Committee, whatever they're discussing, we have seen them prioritizing the reconstitution of the IEBC, right? And right now they have expelled some members of the party, which means that come what may, for example, lazima kukwena elections, Might that be I'm saying this.
Who has been expelled? Is it from IEBC or from ODM?
No, from ODM.
Yes.
What I'm trying to say is this. The National Dialogue Committee prioritization, number 1, is reconstitution of the
IEBC.
of IEBC. And they have been given 2 months, right, to come up with whatever it is that they're going to do, if they're going to agree on that. Number 2, we have a dysfunctional electoral commission right now in Kenya, right? Number 3, members of parliament have been expelled from the party, which means, as you've said, a re-election probably has to happen, and we need a functional.
I said probably.
Yeah,
now,
probably.
Let's go by it will happen.
Okay, yes, it will happen. So might that actually be a power move by the opposition to actually push the agenda of 1, Sava zifunguliwe again, and number 2, IEBC being actually as it is the priority, the issue being addressed, whether we like it or not.
No, that's not a fact that whether you like it or not. That's the rule of law which will apply always. Now, what will happen in such instance is that the IEBC, so meaning we will not have an independent body which is going to govern that election. So until we get an independent body is when we will have to have that election. So meanwhile, that's what will happen. You will be without an MP. This, like we had in Nairobi, we had an interim leadership.
Yeah, when Sonko.
Yes, so the options can't miss. There will always be options.
Most definitely. Anyway, we'll move on, but we're still putting a question.
And maybe before that, I was forgetting this point. You asked, is it you're serving a political party or you're serving a resident?
Exactly. The citizens of Kenya.
It's a difficult question.
Yeah, who is priority?
To Kenyans, huh? Let me ask you. What do you think you should serve first?
Obviously, the citizens.
Citizens.
Yes.
Okay.
That's my personal opinion.
Okay.
Yeah. Of course, yes, kuna the party, kuna interest, because number one, they're the ones who possibly put you there. Probably it's because of them that you are still thriving, or probably because of them that people voted for you. Because umesema pia when some Kenyans go to vote, they vote because of the party and not because of probably what the leader.
No, not all instances, not all cases that they vote for party.
Yeah.
At times, other areas could vote an individual.
No.
We've seen independent candidates win an election. So if we want to say that Kenyans vote because of a political party, that's a wrong idea, ideology. But what we could only say that majority of Kenyans vote for political party.
No.
It's not easy to no. And again, what I'm trying to bring you back to a political party, for those winning as independent candidates, at times they could have been in this political party. And now when this political party was weighing up, they found that he has or she has a competitor who could deliver for that political party in that area. And then when now you go back, you double your efforts on the ground. And then you outsmart your competitor then, and then you win. Now here, we've as we've said, number one, your employer is the one to serve first.
Allah, not your customer.
Not your customer. Who has employed you? Now let's bring it here.
The person who has employed you is
citizens.
Yeah, the citizens, Kenyans. You. Yes.
Yeah. Who's your employer?
My employer. The citizens. I don't know how many employ. I don't know
we have a difference between employer and employee.
Yeah.
Who's an employer?
An employer is the person who gives you the job.
And who is an employee?
An employee is me who has the job.
And who is a customer here?
A customer is again he who in this case your employer is actually your customer. You know, and then the political party is probably an investor.
And let me tell you, do you know why political parties, how do they get their money to run functions of the political party?
Wanatafuta grants. There are many avenues.
The main source is that you, as one elected, using that political party, you're being deducted your salary, and it goes direct to the party that enabled you to win a seat. So those could be again. Let me tell you, if Raila Odinga now decide to leave ODM for another person, what will happen? Can ODM continue being there in existence? It can be.
I think so, yeah, it can be. Probably it won't be.
In as much as started ODM, at times you can leave that house and leave others to rule that house.
Yeah, it was definitely.
But will he face the same things that they are doing to the other five?
I highly doubt.
So for you to misbehave in a political party, make sure you've examined yourself. Do you have the financial muscle? Do you have the financial muscle? So they've just analyzed and seen that Jalas has no muscle here. The five has no political muscle. They are only gambling their way into being political stars. So, and then this could actually cost Jalango and the other five political careers, unless if they be smart again. You know, it could be possible. Unanifukuza ODM, ningie UDA, nipewe ticket, tena nikunyoroshe kwa election. It's possible. and again, if that happens, you grow in your political career. You're ikona nyota. But if the opposite happens, ufukuzwe chama, ukimbie huko, tena wakushinde.
Yote imezimika. Hivyo.
Umeanza tena kuhangaika.
Anyway, we can just have a look at what people are saying in the comment section. We have PKOH Ikirui is saying those people are being punished just because they're associating with the leadership of this country. The executive party constitutions are not ideal documents. Members of certain political outfits who freely associate with others for the good of the electorate shouldn't constitute a serious crime. We need to embrace political deliverance for the sake of national unity, cohesion, and development. Of course, I'm going to come back to this because, mchango kiasi. We have Charles Juma Nesema. I welcome that move. Development projects are not done in State House. They are done in Parliament. Tumbocrats leaders. Okay, I can't say the other word, but But that is what Emmanuel was talking about. We also have Clifford Mulinya, who says, when elected leaders from other political parties ditch their parties to join ODM, it's called democracy. But when the opposite happens, it's considered as betrayal and a crime. And we also put a question mark to that one. And we also have Michael Ouma, who says, now for them to prove to us they are men enough politically, that let them vie for UDA tickets. And most definitely keep on being interactive. We are going to read your comments as we continue pole pole too. And also tuambieni
kuna mmoja amesema ukifukuza ODM nyota yako imeng'aa.
No comment.
Imenikumbusha wakati Mheshimiwa William Ruto alikuwa anasema kwamba pia yeye alifukuza ODM.
Allah. Na nyota imeenda wapi?
Na nyota imeng'aa. That's what I was trying to explain. That when you are expelled from anywhere, even theater in politics, when you are expelled from anywhere, go and double up your efforts to prove these ones who've given you an exit that you are the right choice. So you double up your efforts. That's why political success stories, they have to be in this scenario. You must be in political party A. You seem to be a threat. People want to play around with your cards. They get you into some scenarios and say you're misbehaving. You're kicked out, thinking they've finished you in politics. And then you play again your cards very well. You find yourself in a bigger position that you had. But again, discipline to a political party is paramount, and you should behave well in your political party. But and by the way, have you subscribed to a political party?
Not yet. I cannot because I am a journalist.
Can we? Okay.
Yeah, you are a journalist.
Yeah, again, it's like those in IBC. IBC members don't vote.
Yeah.
They don't register as voters.
Exactly. Yeah.
So journalists have assist one.
Yetu hatuna. Yeah, you have to be.
No, our ethics, you should be independent.
Yeah, you should be independent,
and you should not be biased.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. And so before we move to a certain point of which Dashikanisha with what we're talking about next, because we've seen in one of the comments someone saying that these are two people from two different parties who have most probably come together to try and work with one aim of building the nation, one aim of ensuring that nation inaitwaje, nchi inaendelea ipasavyo. They're saying it's unfair for the 5 leaders to be expelled, of which kila chama ina rules zake, and every broken rule has a consequence. But now it also begs the question of some of the rules that parties actually put across. Are they being a big hindrance or nuisance as well to the development of a nation? Because at the end of the day, tukiangalia from the bipartisan talks and all that, what is happening is that the opposition as well as the current government are trying to find a way in which they can work hand in hand to ensure that kilio ya mwananchi imesikika, that Kenya is actually functioning, that the cost of living is actually affordable to people, that education is available to everyone, that the healthcare sector is actually in check. So that also raises a question. And hand in hand with that, we have the NEWSCOP chairman who today dumped ODM and moved to UDA. And he did put out a speech. Na kwa speech yake alisema vitu mingi sana, including the kind of pressures that are there in this political party that do not allow them to be free to associate or to try and make big moves with other people. Yani, there are so many restrictions in the party. That is according to the chairman. Now, of course, we've seen a lot of things happening in Narok, even including when Azimio la Umoja leader Raila went through when he was visiting Narok on Sunday. That is for the Thanksgiving ceremony of the vice chair, that is Christine Lemein. And we're just going to play the video of the Narok chairman, and then tukuje tuone, are we really working towards unity in Kenya ama kuna restrictions kibao?
Na leo mimi nilimwambia Maasai aswa ni Narok North, tupige Bautan twende serikali ya Ruto. Kwa sababu gani? Sababu ya kwanza, Mheshimiwa Rais ni rafiki yangu kabisa, wananijua. Lakini kama yeye yuko pamoja na Rais Uhuru, wanafikiri saa hii kama yuko nje ndio tarudi kupata kiti. Na Maasai naweza kukaa na baridi miaka yote tukosa matunda ya Kenya kwa shauri sisi tunatafuta kiongozi. Sasa ile mtu mimi naona ataweza weka na kusimama mpaka anajaa. Shauri saa hii hajajaa, ya bado mtoto. Ni padri kule tutu. Na sisi kushakubali wale tutu kwa shauri ndiye amekumbuka sisi. Hii fakidhari tatu ambayo ametaja, anasema naleta mashariani kisijio kubwa. Mimi nilikuwa bwana commissioner 1967. Mimi nilikuwa natoa ng'ombe Kirgoris na Mukuu na Belaga Athiripa. Sasa kama mtutu nalete Athiripa hapa, watoto yangu isurudi kuenda huko, sisi natafuta nini? Kama mtutu nalete kisijio hapa, watoto yetu isurudi kunyang'anywa pesa Maimayo na Lemuru, sisi nataka kitu gani kingine? Kwa hiyo kuna hiyo ndio hiyo. Ile kitu ilifanya nipinduke, ndio namwambia hiyo watu wa TV. Ni hiyo kitu ilitasema, naona hii serikali imekumbuka wa Maasai. KISII inaletwa hapa, mama iko kibuyu mbili, mama iko lita moja, mama iko lita mbili, wanapata nafasi ya kupikisha maziwa kwa KISII. Ninyi nataka maziwa ipelekwe Nairobi? Sisi nakubali biasi yetu yaende Nairobi iende kupotelea njiani au tilete Narok. Kwa hivyo mimi ameruka kando ODM akaenda chama cha UDA.
Those were the sentiments of the Narok chairperson. Amesema yeye amevuka from ODM all the way to UDA because according to him ameona there is plenty of benefits kivuka on the other side, and as well as we saw some restrictions being mentioned. And I don't know what is happening in Narok, but of late even the headlines have just been watu wa Narok wamekataa.
Narok sit wamekataa nini?
Wamekataa Azimio.
Honestly, what will be happening now? Wamekuwa kwa opposition. The opposition ya Mheshimiwa Uhuru Kenyatta. Walikuwa kwa serikali. Kupitia BBI. Hawajaona development. Mheshimiwa William Ruto amekuja na kishindo. Amekuja na kishindo, si eti amekuja kutembea. He has come on a business of a company model. Walisema they have shares. So with many shares, many profit. A few shares, a little to profit. Watu wa Narok wamesema hapa wakikaa opposition they are not trying to benefit. And true. You cannot get development while still opposing the government.
No.
Especially William Ruto's government. You can't make it. So you must change the tone. It could be from individual as a person. You could not be wanting to join UDA. But this is a long lost game. You lost on ballot in 2022 general elections. Now again, you cannot win him while a president.
No.
Huwezi mshinda. Now what he's done, amebreak ngome za Azimio, especially DM. Hii ni sehemu baba ametembea nayo. Masaini Western na Nyanza. Ni ngome na Coast. Ni ngome ya baba miaka yote akisimama. Coast, baba hata asiende campaign. Western, the same. Umasaidi Naro, baba hata asikanyage campaign.
And
anaenda tu anasema kuwasalimia. So that is a political bedroom. What Mheshimiwa William Ruto is doing is to break the strongholds of ODM first. And is breaking it in pieces day by day.
No.
You see what's doing in Western?
No.
You see what he did in KISII? You see what's doing again in Narok? Next in Mombasa, in Coast region? So that when you break your competitors' background, and you break completely, hii ni ile kutumwa bondo mzuri. You break your competitors' strongholds completely. So that kitambo tena uanze kuunda stronghold. Huyu ashamaliza miaka 10. Ashamaliza miaka 10 smart. Sasa 2027, unajua if elections hata sifanywe leo, William Ruto atashinda baba mbali sana. Hata zipigwe leo. Leo hii ama kesho, William Ruto will still win by far. Even zaidi alivyoshinda 2022. Because he's here strategizing na kwa government at the same time. Now back to the case of Naro. Baba is saying Ole Ntutu hakushinda.
No.
Alipewa cheo na IEBC, which could be 100% wrong. If now you are expelling Frederick Odiwuor from Langata, that is the area MP, having elected as an area MP using ODM ticket, unamfukuza ODM. When you go to Narok, you say huyu hakushinda.
No.
Alipewa na IEBC. Sasa which criteria do you want to tell us? Jalango aliwin. Which criteria are you using to tell us the Simbarati of KISII County alipigwa na ODM, Ferdinand wa Kakamega, na Sifuna Nairobi Senator, wao walipigiwa na ODM, hawakupigwa na IEBC. So what I want to say is this.
No.
It could be residents of Narok that tired with ODM. They're tired now with Mheshimiwa Baba. Now they want a new move to support the government. And now when you support the government, you must have key leaders from your area who are going to lead you to support the president. Now this is what is happening. So when you see the chairman leaving ODM publicly and moving to UDA, meaning the ground itself has accepted that move. It's not an individual duty to say that. Let me tell you, in as much we're saying that ODM and whatever, even in Langata, it could find that people and residents of Langata at large want to support the president.
No.
And you, as an area leader, you've known that the ground has shifted. The ground is supporting the president.
No.
The ground does not want to be in opposition. What you do, this same ground, if they're the ones who are sending you to the president, they will re-elect you as early as 8 a.m. in the morning. You will win by a landslide. So what I'm trying to say is this. What's happening in Narok and other parts where people are leaving ODM as at large, or in as much we want to say that it is being democratic and whatsoever, at times we should also look from this angle that the president has the majority. And from the famous quote, if you can't beat them,
join them.
You join them. So they've seen that you cannot beat UDA. Now what you do, join them. Yeah.
But the president has been so strategic, as you've said. Wacha tuseme ni kama divide and rule, no? But he's been trying to sort of bring closer Raila's people, you know, for support, and gearing towards the kama shanza ya campaign ya 2027 mapema, you know. And for Narok, we don't know what is going to happen, because also we saw that Raila actually was displeased with the Narok governor as well, kwa sababu Narok governor alimwambia mheshimiwa rais atabadilisha the whole Narok ikuwe team UDA, you know. So we are looking forward to seeing if Ruto's move is actually going to work for him. If it is working for him, kwa sababu tumeona pole pole it's working for him, kwa sababu watu wameanza kukuja.
And you know, at times, you know, we want to see the leadership program. We have leaders who want to rule with democracy.
No.
Mheshimiwa William Ruto himself, he might not be a strong believer in multi-party democracy.
No.
From the look of things and what he's trying to do around, he want to rule using one party.
No.
Just like Mheshimiwa Moi did. Rule Kenya using KANU. And this is what Mheshimiwa William Ruto is trying to do. He's trying to break the strongholds of ODM and then bring them together on board into Kenya Kwanza, using wheelbarrow symbol, UDA. So that when you rule using your model of governance, if you really believe in using one party to rule as a country, it's not wrong to use one party as a country, but it's only a threat to multi-party democracy. It's only a threat. Chances are you might finish multi-party democracy, bringing back to dictatorship. But again, we have got advantages of ruling a country using one party. One, you've fought and united a country, and that would give you a great mileage. To unite a country like Kenya and rule it using one party at the current environment of politics, then you fought a lot. And this could happen from what we're seeing. Now that everyone wants to join the government. Now when you join the government, and here in government, what you are advocating for, it's being served, is going now to help you even rule in a better way, with less opposition.
But anyway, whoever created the multi-party democracy system, alifikiria vizuri kwa sababu
whoever, you know, who is whoever? You know, let's call him. It is Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga.
Yes.
Fought for multi-party democracy in our country.
And it is actually working, because in this idea to keep the government in check.
What we're saying, don't misunderstand.
Yes.
What I'm saying, multi-party democracy is a good one.
Yes.
It gives people democracy to explain yourself. You know, some of the things we see in our country is because of multi-party democracy.
Exactly.
And it's being accepted by the constitution. But what the president is doing, he does not want to bring an end to multi-party political parties. They are in existence. Now let me ask you, how many political parties do we have in USA?
Okay.
How many political parties?
Okay.
We have more than 5 political parties in USA, and they are active up to date. But there are only 2 which are dominant in every election. That's the Republican and the Democrats. The Republicans, they are the ones who move to a business ideologies. They're the ones who subscribe to ideologies of expanding the business and the growth of USA. While the Democrats in USA are those ones who subscribe to the idea of democracy, from the word Democrats. So here, as a country again, this is what we want to see. That where we have major political parties. You know, when you bring multi-partyism, and everyone has a right to start a political party. Now, political parties in Kenya, there are many as opening a kiosk. You come from one county, you want to start a political party. You come from a small sub-county, you want to start a political party. Now, this is what the president is trying to do. We are not finishing party democracy. It's there and we accept it. But let's have major political parties in a council. If they stick to 3 or 2, like at the moment, there are only 2. TNO Uhuru Kenyatta ilipotea. Chama cha Alfred Mutua akiko. Fred Matiang'i akiwa super minister na alianzisha party. Sijui nani kutoka Coast na alianzisha political party. That's what we want to avoid. There's have 2. Like we now have the case of UDA as a major political party in ODM. Now when those 2 political parties, like just we had KANU and KADU. We had KANU and KADU. So that we are not saying that we are avoiding multi-party. But what we want is, let's have major political parties.
No.
Don't go to a small village and start a political party and tell us you want to unite a country. You cannot unite a country using regional political parties. Do you know there are many than 30 political parties in the country? Do you know that? But I'm pretty sure many people
do not know about them. Yeah.
So that's what we want to say as a country. These small political parties, get your ideologies, zina align na chama gani, junge pale, kuwa na uongozi mmoja. Let's have 2 or 3. They are enough to run a country.
Anyway, to our viewers, do you agree with Emmanuel's sentiments? If so, please tell us in the comment section. And also, if you have a different view, also feel free to tell us on the comment section below. Now, as we wind up, moving on, now we have the Mumias East MP, that is Peter Salasia, who has been trending for the past 2 days, thanks to the African Climate Summit that has been happening in Kenya for the past 3 days, of course, in Maisha Leo. Now, in an interview with SPM Buzz we saw earlier on, he was asked about climate change, and he had a really hilarious response in regards to what climate change is and what is happening in the summit, which raised a lot of questions as well as a lot of judgments out here. But again, in a different video today, he went ahead and defended himself. Of course, other people have come out also to defend him as well as to criticize him on what he said about climate change in Kenya, in Africa, its impact. Now, without me saying a lot, let's just get to see what happened in those 2 videos. Alafu will be right back as we wind up.
Mheshimiwa, welcome to SPM Buzz. Maybe you can tell us what is happening today at KISII.
Okay. We, as we all aware, is that it's climate change, yeah, right? Because you feel like, by the way, climate change is real because of the global warming. I think I was in Mombasa last week, and it was so cold. So I asked them, what's not happening? They told me it's because of ati ice, ati jua imekuwa mingi, ice ina melt, ikisha melt, so nini inakuwa baridi. So global climate is real, and whatever people are going to be told here, if they are going to implement, well, for the sake of the country.
You as Mheshimiwa, how are you championing for climate change?
Okay, climate change, we have, like we know, we are a representative of the rural constituencies. And now being from the rural constituencies, they use most of the time kuni, and now we are advocating for use coco chico and other things like those ones. Gas, hizo ndio vitu tuna, but now because again another challenge is hawana pesa ya kununua, so ndio unapata like it's becoming a challenge, but we are hoping the government will come up with measures on how venye wamesema wanataka kureduce your tax ya nini gas itasaidia.
Do you have maybe a proposed plan maybe to help government campaign for the African climate change?
Okay, we are going to submit. We are going to submit. We have a plan. Youth in my constituency have the proposals. They are very creative. So we are going to forward for them and see how they can be funded and implement.
Tumeona rais wetu aliweza kuendesha gari electrical car. Maybe moving forward, are you planning maybe to buy one maybe so that you can use it?
Nikipata nanunua. Nikipata nanunua ya stima. Natafuta.
All right. Shukran sana mheshimiwa.
Asante sana. Yeah. Asa, wajua jana mimi najiuliza. Mimi nilikuwa nimeenda starehe zangu huko. Mimi hata sikuwa mtu wa climate change. Sasa hivi niko hapa Kisumu. Tunaongea mambo ya sukari. That is my area of interest. Lakini with my basic, because I was very honest by the way. Mimi mambo ya climate change mimi sijui. Lakini wakati waliniuliza swali, waliniambia ati mambo ya climate change. Kweli yenyewe Mombasa was cold. Mimi nilisema, and by the way I can tell you the truth, was cold. Niliuliza swali. Wakaniambia it's because of global warming. Na global warming inaletwa na nini by the way? Sinaletwa na mambo ya climate change. Sasa watu wengine wanafikiria tu mimi nasema, na nilisema kwa hiyo clip ya kwamba watu wanatumia kuni. Kwani kuni zinatoa carbon huko juu. Hii inafanya nini? Sio, and that's why hata jana tulikuwa na mzungu alisema kwamba it is hard to fight climate change in Africa because of poverty and because people the way of people living, and that is what I said. Lakini watu wengine kwa Twitter wanatusi mimi, wanasema mimi ni clone, wanasema mimi sijini mjinga, ati mimi akili yangu ni kama nywele yangu ni nyasi. Niliwaambia nyinyi na kizungu yenu, kama mnaona niliongea vibaya, mwende msimame kura na hiyo kizungu yenu. Kwa sababu mimi nilijua, nilielezea in layman's language. Munyola shembore, mmesikia
Peter Salasia. We've seen what has been happening for the past 2 days. One courtesy of SPM Buzz, of course. And Emmanuel, you said something about Salasia and how he decided to describe climate, of which, according to me, he's actually right, you know.
There are people in politics, when you look at them, their sentiments, you think they are not leaders.
No.
You think they are irrelevant. But if you take time to understand what they mean, you will agree with them.
No.
Not only the aspect of climate change. I talked about him the other week, even on bipartisan talks, and the president visit to Western region. It could seem not to be understood by Kenyans, but the people of Mumias East, who woke up early in the morning and voted for him, they saw the potentiality in him. So it could be, by that time, the most preferred candidate they had. It is Mheshimiwa Peter, none else. Now, coming back to the incidents of yesterday, one of the biggest challenges to live in our country, Kenya, is to be honest. One of the challenges that we're finding to be comfortable in this country is saying the truth and the truth alone. Don't tell us the truth in lies. Call the truth by its right name. Condemn it if it's a sin. Now, what Mheshimiwa is saying is true. When he was being asked, he said, I don't understand.
No.
That's what he told them. He told them, mambo ya climate change sielewi. But what I think,
the little that he knows from what
I
was given,
ni mambo ya environment, joto, mambo na makaa. That's what he said. But the truth be told,
baridi.
90% of Kenyan politicians who went there hawaelewi.
Don't know anything about, including the citizens themselves.
They don't understand what is all picture behind climate change.
No.
Why is it in the whole world?
We could probably say it's the whole world.
Why is it in the whole world? Now they want to bring, okay, it could be, Mheshimiwa, as he had said, he only said, I don't understand.
Yeah.
But my suggestions of what I think.
As per what niliambiwa.
We should not condemn him for being honest and saying, I don't understand. Even we should even give him a credit on being honest. Because there's only a few politicians who are very honest.
No.
Now, Mr. The Senator of Naro was on the same sentiments with Mheshimiwa Salasi. He said, instead of having a big convention summit here in KISII, let's go to a desert. Let's have the same in a desert and see how people are suffering there. Let's get to the grassroots and see kuja kwa meeting.
Experience what
lecturing us on things about things to do with climate change.
Yeah.
After all, what I know, we citizens, we fought for the climate change more than our leaders. How many people plant trees per day?
Oh, a lot of people.
People plant trees.
Yeah,
saying,
a lot of people, a lot of
plant it by my fence here to be firewood. Let me plant it so that in the next 20 years, my child will have trees to build a house for.
Or even shade.
Many people. Others do it as a talent. Here in Kitengela, here in Nairobi, and parts of our country. How many people do you find selling flowers and seedlings all over?
Very many.
Very many. We have
many.
the Kenya forests. We have the Kenya Tree Planters Association. There are many. What we want here, fund them, empower them, give them modern technologies and tools to do this. Not telling us that we want to do all this. So, to Mheshimiwa Peter, he was very honest to himself. And what he said, personally, I don't have challenges with climate change in Mumias. What I see people here, the challenges they have is sugar.
Exactly.
Challenges they have here is food.
No
challenges of climate change. There, you know, people plant, no, there are rains. What is challenging is beya fertilizer and the so that to him, in his context,
is what
Olekina from Narok anasema ni kiangazi. Ukipata yule wa Turkana atasema shida yetu hapa ni. So to the context of him going to KICC na kuulizwa maswali, alijibu very right kulingana na watu. Yes.
And I was even listening to Pasari's interview akimtetea Salasi akisema kuna vitu fulani Kenyans are going through right now, like unemployment in the youth, that is a matter of concern, as well as stuff to do with the health, that is health facilities, as well as the education sector, you know, people looking for jobs, people looking for school fees, bursaries and all that. Focus on the climate change, yes, it's there, but most people are highly focused on yani wanajua mengi kuhusu what is affecting them currently, of which climate is affecting them, but hiyo pia in our effect. So on my side, I feel like MP Salasi ali explain what he knows about climate change the best way he could, of which he was not wrong. He used his layman language, you know, extremes, extreme heat, extreme cold, whatever is happening, global warming, all those things. But it's also good to just creating awareness for this. It's also good to try as much as possible to not pollute the environment, as well as just safeguarding the environment, you know, in many ways. Kuna nini mingi. Also try and put targets for yourself out here to be planting trees at least annually. Usaidie Mother Earth as we wait for the prediction of the El Nino coming soon. Pia tuone venye kutakuwa.
Mvua inakuja. Tumeambiwa. What do you do when rains come? You must prepare to harvest more water. Do we have dams? Kimwareri ilienda wapi?
Kimwareri ilienda wapi?
Ilienda wapi? How many people, pesa ngapi ilipwa? Ilienda kwa mfuko ya nani?
Ilienda kwa mfuko ya nani?
And then you want to go to the same hall and tell us Kenyans should do this. But again, what he was saying is right, that as a country, as Kenya, what we are missing is empowerment.
No.
We are fighting with a lot of things as a country. We're fighting poverty.
No.
We're fighting insecurity.
No.
We're fighting
unemployment,
bad
health systems,
yeah, talent sector, sports, governance, maandamano. And then now you are bringing back hizi shida zote, unatuongeza climate change. Where do we get money to do this? Give us money. And of course they've given money ya kupanda miti.
Most definitely.
And again, corruption. What atakula hiyo pesa?
We try as much as possible to we're trying as much as possible to fight that.
What watakula pesa? People will eat that money and plant trees.
Anyway, those are Emmanuel's sentiments. And right about now, we just want to wrap it up. Thank you so much for always keeping us company and also allowing us to keep you company. Now, we know that when we are here, it's me, Emmanuel, and you. That's why the comment section is always open. Feel free to tell us your comments, your thoughts on things, on issues affecting us as Kenyans, you as a Kenyan citizen, matters, governance, everything all around you. And most definitely, we are going to be doing more and more of this every single day. So thank you so much. Please stay safe. Plant a tree, at least, even if it's one this year. Take care of yourselves. We love you. Thank you so much, Emmanuel, for always gracing us. Thank you so much to our viewers. Be sure to subscribe to our channels as well. That is Kenya News Alerts TV on YouTube, as well as our brother's channel, 7 News East Africa, on YouTube as well as on Facebook. Thank you guys so much. Have a fantastic evening, morning, or afternoon. We love you. Bless up. Peace, love, and unity. Adios. Bye-bye.